Working with a guy like Aliko Dangote is quite an experience. You are in the same room at the same table with the richest person on the continent. I must say, the first few times were quite surreal. You didn't know when to oppose the guy. You didn't know when to say, "I don't like what you're saying," because he's the main man. He's very, very astute. He understands business. He's very perceptive. I can remember one time when we were having this big conversation about the size of plant we want to build. And because the market had built into my head the fact that there's overcapacity, you can't be bringing so much capacity into the market. He then said, whilst you're doing this, let's increase the plant's ability to produce more than 5,000 tons per day to 6,000 and possibly 7,000. And my first reaction to him was, why would you want to do that? I mean, we don't want to spend too much capital into a market that's not going to be receiving us. And I still remember the smile he gave me, and he said, you don't understand. It's a cycle, like you said. We don't have to produce 7,000 tons a day, we can produce 6. But one day when there's a need for 7,000, we don't have to build a new plant. We can just tweak this one up and we make as much money as we would like to make. It was something that just went wow. Because for very little variation, we could actually increase our capacity by another 500,000 tons per annum, which is a lot of capacity, and at the right time, with the right market conditions, a lot of cash. He also, because of his clout, he's able to negotiate quite tough. If there's a discrepancy about a 3.5% or the 3.25, he'll go for a 3.25 and they'll push hard. He's very perceptive. He, at the same time, is also a very kind person. He would not deliberately do something that would harm the people he works with. And he also says that. Very religious person. He's a very devout Muslim. He doesn't believe in robbing people to make money. When we moaned about some of the transactions, he'd always say, remember, it's coming from a good place. I'm not going to rob anyone to make money. I'm a very devout Muslim. So he comes with that background and with extensive knowledge of the cement industry. So it's a very, very helpful tool. He works a lot with government, and he believes a lot in helping government to achieve their means. There are times when he would drop prices in Nigeria because government wants to try and stimulate infrastructure and they can't get the right price for cement. Therefore, infrastructure becomes expensive to maintain or to stimulate, and he would just drop prices. I guess being that wealthy, you can afford it. For a small man like myself, it might be a bit difficult, but for him, it's something that in the long term, he says, if I drop them now and they can do all their work, the growth gets stimulated and we can carry on with our lives. We can bring the prices back on, we can make money.